Hi there, welcome to my channel. Now before I get into the 7th energy level, I really just feel the need to address the kind of elephant in the room and what's going on with the election right now. I hope that we all remember that the world is watching, and although there are many countries out there who are rooting for us and the freedom that our democracy stands for, there are also some bad actor countries out there who would love to see us divided. You know, that old divide and conquer strategy. Well, let's not let that happen. Let's unite and put our country and the freedoms that we enjoy above our parties. Okay, enough about that public service announcement. I just felt the need to get that out there. I've also been practicing that breathing technique during this intense time. You know, the one that I shared with you guys on my second video. Feel free to go back and use it as a tool. It's kind of a crazy time. So anyway, let's talk about the 7th and last energy level of the series. I'll fully admit I am not in level 7 energy right now, but I'm doing my best during this crazy time to just protect my energy and choose my thoughts very carefully so that I don't spend too much time in levels 1 and 2, and I hope you're doing the same thing. Now, if you've watched my previous videos, then congratulations, woohoo, for investing in you and learning about all 7 levels, because whether you realize it or not, your awareness is growing. If you're new to my channel, then I encourage you to also check out my previous videos, which lead up to this one. So, level 7 energy starts with the thought of non-judgment, which leads to the feeling of absolute passion, and it results in the ability to create anything at will. Or another way to say it would be the ability to spontaneously manifest. This energy level is extremely rare in our world and is exemplified by sages like Gandhi, the Dalai Lama, Mother Teresa, Amma, the Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, Moses, and many other prophets through history. Now, folks at this level can tap into any of the lower levels at will. They're fearless and totally objective thinkers. The perspective is that winning and losing are illusions. And they're just, terms that were created to help us kind of play the game of life. No human can completely resonate at this level all the time, but with practice, everyone can learn to access it. So those who do access level 7 are those pioneers who come up with brilliant ideas and can create something from nothing. They're not interested in any reward because they feel that life is the reward. In other words, they're just as happy doing ordinary day-to-day things, kind of like folding clothes, as they are when they're traveling to exotic destinations. At times, they may prefer to be alone, but when they do have a partner, they feel unconditional love and acceptance of that person. However, they can sometimes be perceived as being aloof or uncaring, although that's far from the truth. When it comes to money, the predominant thought in level 7 is that it's an illusion or kind of a made-up tool to navigate our lower vibrational 3D world. To follow the same example I used in my previous videos was when we think of that old expression, an eye for an eye. Now, the level 7 interpretation of the phrase an eye for an eye would be that it didn't really happen, as life is a kind of a holographic experiment. At this level, everything is energy and time is an illusion, meaning that while at the lower levels we may have limiting beliefs about how long it takes to get something done, at level 7 folks can move very quickly to create anything they desire, pretty much. They also believe that unconditional love is our true nature, and they have no fear. Pretty out there, I know. But if we can tap into this energy for just a fleeting moment from time to time, it helps us across all the other levels. So to use the analogy of water, when water is frozen, the molecules of ice move very slowly, which is akin to level 1 energy, where a person thinks he or she's a victim and feels fatigued and just kind of wants to stay in bed all day. But once the molecules of water get moving and melt the ice, their energy starts shifting and becoming more fluid, like in levels 2 to 5, where folks take various kinds of action. Next, when the water begins to boil, it's similar to level 6 energy, where the molecules are moving very fast and the water becomes lighter and turns into steam. And finally, the molecules move so rapidly that they seem to disappear and evaporate into thin air, which would be kind of like level 7, where the energy is completely transformed. So this is why I believe there's been such a huge mindfulness and well-being movement in our world over the last several years, because people are feeling that there's just more to life than making money or wielding authority over others. And they're just yearning to access that true power that's in these higher levels. You know, on a personal note, I've been on what I'll call a spiritual exploration over the last several years. I've experienced brief instances where I've been able to tap into this higher energy level, but I'll leave that for a future video. Now, thank yourself for taking the time to learn about these 7 levels developed by Bruce Schneider as your consciousness continues to grow. Now, if I could ask for you guys for a favor, for some help, now that this series is all done, I'm debating on what to share with you next week. So if you could, please type in the comments section, let me know what would you be interested in hearing about on next week's video. The topics could range from my experience in professional services as a management consultant to virtual or in-person facilitation tips and techniques, to executive coaching concepts, to being a mom of 2 boys, to public speaking tips, or meditation, yoga, spiritual stuff, you name it. You let me know what would be some ideas that would be of interest to you. I do have some ideas for next week, but I just want to make sure that for my subscribers, I am kind of being beneficial to you. So no matter what, I will be posting something next week, each Thursday. So with that, thank you for tuning in. I wish you peace, love, and joy. And as always, let your light shine.